Cassie just dropped the list of everyone tied to Diddy, and she didn't just hint, suggest, or imply, she laid it out. Every name, every night, every private event the world wasn't supposed to hear about. And now that she's testifying under oath, the silence around Diddy's inner circle is breaking wide open. From A-list rappers to multi-platinum singers, from Grammy winners to actors you've seen on screen this week, Cassie revealed who Diddy smashed, when it happened, and how the entire system was designed to protect him while it happened. This isn't gossip. This is courtroom testimony, verified timelines, matching guest lists, and corroborating witnesses. According to court sources, Cassie handed over a list containing more than 25 names, all tied to Diddy through romantic, exploitative, or transactional encounters. Some of the names shocked the courtroom. Some didn't. They'd been whispered about for years. But when the judge asked Cassie to confirm each connection under oath, she didn't hesitate. She walked the court through private events in New York, Miami, Los Angeles, even overseas trips where the same group of celebrities cycled through Diddy's inner circle. Among the confirmed names, French Montana, Usher, Meek Mill, Trey Songz, Bow Wow, a now retired NFL player, a Grammy-winning female R&B artist from Atlanta, a major pop producer who once toured with Justin Bieber, and a reality show mogul currently under federal investigation. And that's just a fraction of what's been leaked so far. Cassie wasn't a guest. She was an employee, a girlfriend, a victim, and most dangerously, a witness. She wasn't invited to the parties. She helped plan them. She wasn't told to keep secrets. She was forced to live inside them. Court records show that Cassie arranged transportation for dozens of women to attend private after-dark sessions, some of them under the impression they were auditioning for music videos, label deals, or brand collabs. Cassie revealed how Diddy would personally pick who stayed and who left, and who didn't get to say no. For the celebrities involved, they weren't just observers, they were participants, interacting, engaging, sharing rooms, swapping numbers, coming back weekend after weekend. These weren't one-offs, this was a rotation. Cassie's claims don't stand alone. Her list matches details provided by multiple whistleblowers, including Roger Bonds, Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, and 2 anonymous assistants who are now under legal protection. Each of them confirmed the existence of rosters, travel logs, and lockdown scheduling for certain celebrities to arrive at Diddy's penthouses, retreats, and private estates. But one of the most jaw-dropping moments in court came when Cassie's lawyer held up a printed version of what's being referred to as Diddy's playlist, a spreadsheet tracking 5 years of guests, sorted by location, date, and who they were reportedly with. Studio sessions that turned into sleepovers, tour dates that ended in penthouse parties, off-the-record events that never made the blogs, but always featured the same names in rotation. As the testimony spread, so did the silence. But behind the scenes, full-blown panic. Multiple celebrities mentioned by Cassie began removing posts linked to Diddy-hosted events. One actor, who had publicly thanked Diddy at an award show in 2020, deleted over 3 years of Instagram uploads the same night the leak dropped. Another rapper abruptly canceled a podcast appearance, citing scheduling issues, but insiders say his legal team advised him to fall back due to upcoming subpoenas. It wasn't just musicians. Producers, stylists, handlers, even bodyguards reportedly reached out to prosecutors, voluntarily. Why? Because they were there. Their names are on guest lists. Their faces are on footage. And Cassie's testimony included specific conversations, outfits, flight manifests, and bedroom assignments. This wasn't a vague accusation. Cassie delivered specifics. She described a July 2018 weekend in Miami when a top-charting rapper flew in with his stylist, only to be redirected, without his team, to Diddy's yacht. She walked the jury through a January 2021 party in LA, where a popular R&B singer was escorted upstairs by Diddy's personal assistant, after Cassie was told to make her comfortable. She even recalled a Vegas trip where 3 male celebrities stayed in Diddy's penthouse. One of them overslept, and Cassie had to wake him up. She remembered what he said, what he wore, and what he did. Cassie's testimony kicked off a legal chain reaction. 3 new women have now stepped forward. Each of them described being flown in under misleading circumstances. One thought she was acting as an extra in a music video. Another thought she was signing an influencer contract. The third believed she was being interviewed to help promote a luxury brand. None of them left the same. Each one said they witnessed celebrity involvement, and more disturbingly, that what happened felt coordinated and pre-planned. They've submitted affidavits. and one of them reportedly includes 6 names that match those listed in Cassie's account. Meanwhile, 50 Cent lit the internet on fire. Minutes after the list leaked, he dropped an Instagram carousel with blurred screenshots from the court transcript. His caption? Diddy smashed everybody. And now everybody's lawyered up. In his stories, 50 posted grainy screenshots from past parties, with red circles drawn around certain faces. One image showed a Grammy-winning singer from Atlanta. His caption? She was there. Why? Then he did what 50 does. He dropped a teaser trailer. The new promo for his Netflix docuseries shows silhouettes entering a luxury penthouse, a voiceover saying they knew what was happening, and a still frame on a blurry guest list with one word highlighted: confirmed. The industry didn't just flinch, it started to fracture. Immediately after Cassie's testimony, internal whispers turned into full-blown phone calls, emergency meetings, and rapid PR damage control. A luxury brand that had quietly partnered with one of Diddy's flagship events pulled out overnight. No statement, no explanation, just a cold wipe of his image from their press kits. A major music festival updated its website and erased all legacy branding tied to his name, removing him from archives that had been untouched for over a decade. Quiet but deliberate. And inside label headquarters, the shift was more severe. Executives with prior ties to Diddy's event planning teams were suddenly on leave, calendars cleared, deals frozen, sponsorship suspended, not out of guilt but out of fear. Fear that the system they helped build was now turning radioactive. Because this wasn't just one man being reckless behind closed doors. This was structure, planning, coordination. There were assistants scheduling flights, PR agents managing optics, handlers moving people from hotel lobbies to penthouse elevators like clockwork. This was corporate-level silence protecting criminal-level acts. And now, prosecutors are circling in on the entire network. According to insiders, legal teams have started preparing for a much broader outcome, one where the charges evolve from assault and trafficking to RICO, conspiracy, enterprise corruption. Because if enough people helped arrange, protect, or profit from the operation Cassie exposed, this isn't just about Diddy. This is about the structure that let it thrive. And then inside that closed courtroom, with no cameras, no audio, and no leaks allowed, came the moment that turned the temperature ice cold. The prosecutor looked at Cassie and asked a question that stopped the air. Were any of the names involved people the public would be shocked by? She didn't blink. Some of them, she said, are artists people call legends. Some are people I used to look up to. She didn't have to go further. She didn't have to say names. Because in that sealed room, where every word becomes part of the federal record, the weight of that answer said more than any headline could. What followed was methodical. A physical copy of the list was quietly handed to the judge and logged into the record under seal. The gallery was dead silent. Some reporters say you could hear the judge's pen tapping against the table. And while no footage exists from that moment, because phones and cameras are strictly banned in federal court, someone inside the gallery leaked a blurry image of the document being walked out. You couldn't see the full list. But one single name appeared faintly under the corner of the folder, and the internet hasn't stopped guessing who it was. But even without that photo, the ripples are already here. Label artists are laying low. Influencers are pulling out of projects. Entire PR teams are scrubbing mentions from platforms. Because Cassie didn't just rattle one man, she's cracking the foundation of a machine that's protected him and others for decades. And this isn't over, not even close. Cassie's testimony was the first domino. More are expected to follow. Some from people you've heard of. Some from people who worked quietly behind the scenes and saw too much for too long. The list of sealed documents is growing. Subpoenas are expanding. And the public? They're finally connecting the dots between the silence, the erasures, and the sudden digital disappearances. So the real question is, no longer did this happen. The question now is, who helped him get away with it for this long? And how far will they go to keep their names out of what's coming next? Drop a comment below with who you think was on that sealed list and subscribe. Because if what we're hearing is true, this story won't end with Diddy. It's about to drag the whole damn industry into the light.